'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The cookies were placed by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. I was waiting alone, nestled snug in my bed, while visions of bloated tums danced in my head. I dreamt of St. Nick getting bigger and fatter, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. And then on the roof I heard a man say, "There better be cookies after coming all this way." As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. And I thought to myself, damn, he's gotten round. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his toes, and I noticed his belly had grown too big for his clothes. His tits, how they jiggled, his dimples how round. I could tell that this year he had packed on the pounds. A bundle of treats on his shoulder he'd slung, but all I could notice was how his gut hung. He was chubby and plump, belly spilling over his belt, and I got hard when I saw him, in spite of myself. "Ho, ho, ho," he said with a smile. "I guess you haven't seen me in a while." His droll little mouth looked hungry and greedy, and I pulled up a chair for my fat, famished feedy. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke was the good stuff he was ready to eat. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon let me know he was ready to be fed. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his stuffing. As we started to fill him, his gut started puffing. I fed him the cookies, and he chugged quick the nog. I whispered in his ear, "You greedy little hog." Soon he swelled larger, he was ripping his suit. "How's a fatty like you gonna get up the chute?" He tried to stand up, but fell back in his chair, so I took the chance to straddle him there. He laughed and he opened his mouth even wider, ready to let me funnel in some cider. Soon he was bloated and lost in a daze. I shook his fat belly and gave him some praise. "You knew what I wanted for Christmas so well, that you would come here and get bloated as hell. I see Mrs. Claus has been feeding you fatter," and I took the chance to help him finish the platter. The cookies were gone, and so was his shake. I rubbed his belly as it had started to ache. Saint Nick held me close, which brought me such joy. He whispered in my ear, "Now be a good boy." He slid down his pants and said, "I brought you a toy." I kissed his fat face and slid under his belly, that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He sat and he moaned, rubbing his distended gut. I wanted nothing more than to taste Santa's nut. In no time at all I was finishing him. His eyes were a twinkle and he started to grin, and I heard him exclaim as I swallowed his jizz, "It's nice to receive, but it's better to give." Santa dozed off, and I turned off the light. Happy Christmas, fat man. We packed that gut tight.